that's enough to get it down to where we can see what's happening. I'll be darned, I now see, I don't know if you can see it if I get the light right, there's a brand mark there. I'll have to look at that more carefully under a microscope and see what's going on there, but stay right about there. Yeah, anyway, well, maybe I'll figure out where this originally came from. Not that it matters, but next step's going to be, we're going to smooth that down and sharpen it. And I may use the flat lap for that, so I'll bring you back and show you some of that. So hang tight. Alright, well, we're going to get the flat lap going here. Get a little water running on it. I got a fairly coarse wheel on there. It's 180 grit, because I'm going to change the angle a little bit on this. So here we go. Still got a nick over here on this side that I'm trying to get out. Yep, time for a water recharge, I think, here. And I think I'm also going to change the wheel, so be back in a minute after I do that. Okay, we got a finer grit wheel on there, and let's get the water running, or get the wheel going, then the water running. There's a little water. Alright. Alright, I think we about got everything out of there that needed getting out. And now we'll go to work on this side, but we won't be using this. I can't quite get in there with it that way, so I have to go with the manual lap. But that's a flat lap. Handy to have when you're doing work like this or just smoothing out parts. Anyway, bring you back in a bit. Alright, well, we've polished this out on the bench stone a little bit, and the working surfaces anyway, up toward the end and over here, and got this edge polished. I almost cut myself there. I've been stropping it. Get that razor edge on there. test cut here. See if I can avoid chopping a finger off. Well, let me get it like that. How about? Yeah, that's kind of close to finger chopping. Yep, seems to be doing all right. So what I'm going to do next is sand this down and stain it, and give it a coat of polyurethane varnish, and then we'll go out and do some real test cuts on some bigger pieces of wood. So stand by for that. Alright folks, well I was going to show you the action of the new slick here outside, but we got a tropical storm going on out there, and not conducive to filming. So what I did was took a part of an old branch, just made a couple of saw cuts, as one might do when joining two pieces of timber, and just popped it out with a regular chisel. And you know, you get nice big chunks. It doesn't take long to, you know, you're not carving for accuracy, you're just popping it out. And you know, you'd normally do that like with an axe or a hatchet on a bigger piece, but that leaves you with kind of a rough surface here, uneven. And that's you could use the regular old chisel and go in and, you know, trim like that. But the slick, it does have some advantages to it in that this long handle lets you control it really well, and you can put this end up against your body and hold this end down and just push. I apologize for the bench moving, but that's one disadvantage of being inside. We aren't quite as stable. But the idea is just get going on it and smooth it down. And on a bigger joint and using a bigger slick, it is nicer to be able to lean your body into it and get some extra oomph behind it. But it's really easy to control with the left hand choked up like this, and you just push with your body. And this is oak, so it's not easy wood. Let's see if I can get a start here. Working it on this side is always a little tricky. There we go. That's tough stuff there. You see, the idea here is it's acting like a plane. You'd never fit a plane in there unless you had a mighty small plane. And you're just trying to flatten the bottom of that notch out so that it would match with the whatever flat piece you're going to be putting in there, kind of like that. But as you can see, you can take off just very tiny little amounts and get it pretty darn flat. Didn't cut it this width intentionally, it just so happened that this piece fit, so I used it, and it's flat. So that's how you do it. Of course, you'd cut it for the exact width, but it leaves a really nice finish, nice chiseled finish, like a plane would, because you're actually using it like a plane. See if I can get that last little bit out of there. There we go. And as I sight down it, yeah, it's pretty darn flat. Could use a little more work there, but you get the idea of what's going on. And so that's our slick, made out of an old chair back rail, the lopped off end of a garden tool handle, and an old chisel, and a piece of scrap brass that I brazed up or silver soldered to use as a ferrule extension or socket extension. And seems pretty darn stable. So appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.